Guys, welcome to my channel. On today's video we'll check the update schedule from 11th of January and it's amazing. We are getting one update that I feel that's great. We are getting, for example, Relixx. Relixx is here, guys. New familiar and also the gladiator costume. That's totally for free. That's connected to Mecharagon. So that looks very nice. I will explain for you guys each of the aspects of this update. So let's go. So it will be from 5 AM. Now they are doing this because sometimes they say it's 3 hours, but normally 5. It has some problems that takes longer. But that's it to be announced. So Field Boss Season 4. That's very peculiar. Corrupted Boss Mecharagon. I did a video about it. This corrupted Field Boss is much more harder. Is actually more than 1 billion of HP. And is totally connected to some event. So I show you guys there is a specific food. If you use, you can deal more damage to the field boss. Also, you can get a food to receive less damage. And also, the boss will drop some certain items, so you can craft the rare accessory. Also, you can craft the costume, the Mecharagon costume. I did a video about it. You guys can check it. So I show you guys, we are in the season 3 in Korea, but it's like the season 6 because we are 2 seasons after this Mecharagon one that was launched in October. I'll show in the game. So as you guys can see here in the field boss, we are in the season 3, but it's actually the 2 after the Mecharagon. So you see they drop some certain items. In this case, it's to get the new skill. Also, there will be a new skill also. So there is a special pass for it. In this season we are getting the new familiar. You can get a copy of him. So I show you guys the costume. It's connected to this. Is that the gladiator, guys? It's very nice costume actually. Here, this one. This one. Mecharagon gladiator costume. You can craft it with the items you get dropping by the field boss pass and also beating the boss, field boss. You can get this skill here. They call Darkness Surge. It's also connected to these events and it causes effects of erosion. So that's very nice. So there's also, as I show you guys, you can craft a specific food. So this can help you in the boss, you can drop on the boss. So also we can get some fragments that we can craft the rare accessory. So that's very nice. So if you have this one that drops from Mecharagon, this you use if you have a weakened tem. Is necessary to craft the rare one. So if you have it, please don't keep it. So it'll be very useful for you guys. Maybe later I'll do a video specific for that, how to craft and what you have to save. So that's very important to keep this awakened tem, so you can convert to this one. So actually many players manage to get like many copies of these rare accessories. So that's very nice. Later you guys can check how is this corrupted Mecharagon. I have a video giving more details about it, how is the event. And I'm surprised. This came in October from Korean server. So that's nice that they are bringing it just now. It's like just 3 months after Korea. So new chapters, Labyrinth of Dreams. I briefly show you guys the Labyrinth here in Korea server. Here's Labyrinth of Dreams here, but I'm not sure if we go on to 20. Well, I didn't realize that. Maybe because the price here is something new. I'm not sure which until which one goes on global, but here on Korean server is 20. You need 3,500,000 to finish. So I'm not sure if global goes until 20, but anyway. So that's the price here. It's nothing crazy actually. If they go beyond the 20, we don't have yet on Korean server. So here we have new tiers in Kingdom Dungeons, guys. Oh my god, I remember I did a video of it. You can guys check it. It's so hard. You need a house server to help each kingdom, but it's so hard. So if you guys wanna check, I did a video about it during the last tier. The Earth boss is kind of easy if you have a good players, but the Flame Knight Raz is so hard, guys. I remember it took like hour. It was so long. But I think global players, if you have many players together, you can beat and kingdoms can help each other. So it can be much faster. And this is very interesting. Crossfield, floor 3 and 4. So it's connected to Eternal Frame. So it just briefly introduce. Having these two, guys, this is so fast compared to Korean server. We got these new floors when they launched. Was like in February we got this on Korean server. So we got floor 3 and 4 on global. And you need 1,200. Surprisingly, I already have 1,000. So I think if I make more 3 hours, I can get 200 more even access the new regions. And what's interesting here is the field boss. This one, Idira her name, and she dropped the last tier here. That's so good. You see, almost 600, and also they have the price. Everything's fine. Oh, you see, drop. You can upgrade a lot. Look at this, guys, 14,000. And the most important is this drop here, burning Shia, something like this. And this is an essential item to craft the Eternal Frame mount. Later I go more deep with this mount, but this mount here, that's totally free to play. But I tell you guys, this will take months to craft. But it's totally free to play. You need 500. So I'm not very sure if you just participate in the field boss, you get one of these, but it might looks like that. So imagine it's like you can get 2 per day because you can beat the boss 2 times. But you have to check if you get more quantity. So my server, I start to see people now. It's like after 6 months, 7 months, people start to have it. So the grind is real, guys. And it should be the cross field. So every 12 hours you can do this. So that's it. So just remember, guys, for 3, 1,200, for 4, 2,400. So it's double. So I think many players will take some time to get the last floor actually. So the new familiar, guys, Relixx. I was talking about this familiar for a long time. This familiar was supposed to come before Aurora Lens, guys. So we just got it. I think they postponed because I think now it was supposed to have a kind of open window. They were going to do some hero of like Tarracona, for example. This time they had one banner. They have a rerun. So I think they used this time to launch Relixx. And I could tell you guys, it's one of the best familiars in the game. And there's a reason for that. Relixx, we have Relixx here. A strong attacker with a good debuffs that can briefly corrupt effects. Corrupt. So you can get Sion Gacha in her own banner and also egg hatching. Can you guys believe I never got it? And I never seen someone that managed to get it. But it's possible. So the passive skill is the same as the Tarracona, Aurora Lens, for example, the same effect. you need attack familiar, so her and the Aurora Lynx can be also good partners, even if they are off element type, the passive. So active skill, here's the things start to get interesting and why many players use this on PvP. It's kind of annoying sometimes, because really you cannot do anything. So the duration is 2 seconds and cooldown 40 seconds. So what to do? Multiple hits, each hit does 47, is not earth, is dark damage. And the damage is increased by 15% for corrupted enemies, and for 2 seconds inflicts blind and bind. So you cannot see anything and you cannot do anything for 2 seconds, guys. And it gives you also this effect, corrupted. So if you have Dinoceros together, you can do a lot of damage. So in Arena and the Adventure, that here almost every build is using it actually, and you can literally destroy your enemy so easy with this familiar. It's kind of crazy. I can later, after I show here, I show a little example how Relixx works, because I'm using her and it's maximum upgrade. So damage nearby enemies, silence them, and increases dark damage dealt to them for a brief time. So what Relixx do? That hit 50 dark damage, but is many attacks. For 2 seconds, silence the enemies. And for 4 seconds, dark damage to those enemies increased by 20%. So I'm now using a dark team. 3 familiars, totally dark. So when they use this skill, they got so strong. And many players actually are using it. So let's see. Synergies, suggest builds. Strong Dark Attacker, auto-target passive isn't powerful as many other attackers. Yeah, it's just one compared to what we are getting now. Provides unique debuff, active skill, the blind, and strong synergy with Dinoceros. Decal Erosion is corruption. This familiar here, we have a good combination with this familiar also. So he also have this corrosion effect. For PvE boss, solid attacker, if you're full attack build, the boost provide more extra utility against buffs. That's good. PvP, use it for attacker for full attack build. The blind debuff will reduce the viewpoint of the enemy briefly and also can be very disruptive. And I tell you guys, this is so annoying. Everybody using this familiar if they are more attacker type. If you see some of my PvP videos, you can see some, so it's very annoying. They just see you and they use Relixx and that's it. It's basically who used the Relixx first. So Adventure and Arena is a solid attacker for a dark focus party and increase dark damage dealt to enemy groups that other familiars in your build can take advantage of it. So I'll show you guys how it is in the arena. So as you can see, I make a dark team, so their dark attacks can be very strong. So also they have some other things I use it. For example, this one, if I have 3 familiars, is a new passive. If 3 familiars for the same element, they can increase the attack in 10%. So a kind of very offensive team. So let's see, guys. My CP is 317. So you see, I managed to win on guys 350. I just showed this battle here. I think it's because Relixx attack first, because I actually have accessories. You see, 380 guys. This guy have 60,000. I just showed this battle here. How come? How he lost? I put it slow. Ah, using the attack team is different. So you see? That's it. I use in the... What's his name? Rimu. I forgot to point out, I use the Rimu in this in defensive team. That's it, we managed to win. That's the build I'm using, and you guys will see everybody. If you check here, everybody's using. He is not showing, but probably is using it. Oh, here, using it. It's kind of crazy. Everybody's using it. Everybody have it. So it's a very big game changer, guys. I think that combination of Sorebor, Toko will not be common anymore. Because if you make a very offensive team, you can destroy that combination. I think we can do very well against these guys here. 363. I think we can do well. Because I think Relixx, the best is like if you use Stagthorn, for example, or another familiar together, the enemies, you see? That's it. It's kind of crazy, right? You just get everybody. Actually, Relixx didn't attack a lot, but I think it increased a lot your damage. Let me see another one. Let's try this one. They have like 20,000 more stronger than me. So if you are against the Hippocampus, maybe you have a hard time. You see the effect. That's it. And he's using even a skill that decreases the attack. 10%. So I think that's it, guys. That's how Relixx on Family Arena. Maybe later I do an example how it works. If you guys see, I'm top 67. But of course, there's not much players compared to other servers. Even the strongest guy using this build. So that's why Relixx is a game changer, guys. I highly recommend if you guys will save it. And because the last time I summon was Aurora Lens and I got almost 400. Maybe I will even try to level up my alt heroes to get enough to get her. So the new mounts, Eternal Frame, Snow, Racer and Creamarumpus. So I explain for you each of them. This we got like 2 weeks ago. This is I already explained, and Creamarumpus is like the cat, Catarumpus, but it's different one. There's a different event to get it, so I'll show you guys. So first, the Eternal Frame. This one. I did a video explaining this familiar already. So attack, HP, critical defense. You need 500, I explained already, you guys, right? So the next one is the Snow Racer. It's literally this name. So it's like a super futuristic snowboard. So what does this do? Defense, HP and critical. Actually, it's not very good. But if you guys wanna get more slots, it's a good one. And Creamarumpus is this one, guys. Actually, to get him is kind of hard to be just an event. It's kind of how can I say? You have to save some tickets. First, let's see. It's like HP, critical defense. The way to get it is kind of free to play, but you have to do a huge investment. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's an event. You guys remember that event we have on Global? That's kind of like we don't have here. Let me show you guys. This Friday, this Friday event. So you have to use a roulette, guys, and spend diamonds. Here Friday. You had to use these tickets and then you try to your luck to kind of roll it to try to get it. So it's very hard. I used everything I had and I couldn't get that mount, and it's very limited. So every Friday they open to try to get it. So it's so hard to get. I don't think many players will manage to get it. But that's how is the system to get it. We have nowadays to get the rare familiar, I guess, right? The egg, hatching egg. So is that one. So we have a new costumes. Extreme Winter. I'll show you guys each of them. This one is just pay. You can get it by pay. It's like a snowboard style. I briefly show you guys. Traditional. Oh, that's good. It's the Japanese, Korean, and Chinese. But not sure which one they refer here. But this is one of these three or three of them. And also the Mecharagon. So I'll show each of them. So the Extreme Winter is this one. You can get it only by buying it, or is the one that's open now. This is the engineer. I didn't make a video yet about it, but in the next days I'm gonna do it. We can actually summon it, but I'm not sure if they're gonna do, because they never did on global a possibility to summon it. So if we check here, it's here. We can craft. And also here with a spoon. You can get a spoon to craft it. But I'm not sure if they're gonna do it. Aside from that, to get it, it's not here anymore, it's just finished. It's just buy it. The same price as usual, the costume. And of course, the traditional costumes, guys. This is the Korean one. Here. We actually can craft it with these usual spoons, but maybe we get by event also. So this is the Korean one. Later I do a video about each of them, because it's to show how heroes will make these videos very long. But just briefly show you guys. So this is the Korean, the Japanese. They are different for each hero, so you guys can have idea. The Japanese here. Very nice. It's like a kimono. And then the Chinese. The Chinese, there is no headpiece. I don't know why, but there is no headpiece. So this is the Chinese one. And everything you can craft. I'm not sure when they launched it was possible to craft, but later was possible for sure. And also for some moments it was possible to buy using diamonds also. 1000 diamonds each piece. But I'm not sure how they're gonna do on global. Or if they're gonna sell it, this will be very unfair, because they give this for New Year gift. So just so you guys have an idea. If they put to sell it, it will be very bad. So the next costume is the Mecharagon. I already showed you guys. This gladiator that we can craft during the event, of course. So make sure to do it for your main hero. And if you play a lot of field boss, you can craft for your alt heroes also. So that's very convenient. So the new events is what I show you guys. It's New Year, 14 check-in. And the Relixx, I'm gonna summon it for sure. I make a video about it, or maybe even live. So the challenge distribution. So I think that's it. I think the video got a little longer because I explained some details, but that's it. Maybe the next days I'm gonna do this, showing these outfits. And also a video preparation for Relixx. So that's it, guys. What do you guys feel about this update? Are you guys excited for it? I'm really excited. This is totally... This update here for Mecharagon, Corrupted Mecharagon, we got like in October, guys. So it's kind of crazy they're just bringing this now. Because I think I even showed you guys in some videos back that I feel like in Korean server they were kind of a little slow, you know, in the events. So I think they are in eventually global and the Korea, you have very similar schedule of events, like 1 month or 2 months of difference. And this proves this. So we are kind of 2 months behind the Korean server in this aspect. Of course, the episodes, we are still 1 year difference. But in these events, we are 2 months behind. So that's nice. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And see you on the next video.